Let's look at the best and worst ingredients for high porosity hair. Welcome back to Natural Hair Care 101. My name is Jamila, and in our previous class, we talked about how the high porosity cuticle can tend to lose moisture quickly because of how open the cuticles are. And without the right ingredients, your hair could be very dry, frizzy, and prone to breakage. So in today's class, we're going to look at the best ingredients to look for when you're shopping for your products. And make sure you pay attention because there will be a quiz towards the end. Number 1, water. Because the high porosity hair tends to lose moisture so quickly, you want to ensure that water is the first ingredient to ensure that the products will actually be hydrating your hair. Number 2, humectants. So humectants such as aloe, glycerin, honey, panthenol, these are ingredients that will pull moisture into your hair and that will ensure that your hair stays hydrated. But you want to make sure these ingredients are paired with oils and butters, or else they will just evaporate and cause your hair to be frizzy.
Especially during the summer or humid weather, or it can make your hair feel dry in drier climates. So you always want to make sure that they're paired with sealing ingredients like oils and butters.
Now for the oils, these are the best oils for high porosity hair, especially if you want to keep your hair moisturized. So castor oil, avocado oil, olive oil, and because your hair absorbs moisture quickly and loses it just as fast, these are oils that will keep that moisture in. Avocado oil and coconut oil are penetrating oils, so these are oils that could actually penetrate your hair cuticle and also help with retaining moisture. Now for your butters, these are some amazing butters for high porosity, and when you have high porosity hair, you just want some oils and butters. Cocoa butter, shea butter, these are amazing. Mango butter is also really good. It's a bit lighter than these two, but still amazing for high porosity hair. So yeah, these are amazing for sealing and hydration and keeping your hair moisturized and for preventing breakage. Because when your hair is moisturized, the last thing you need to worry about is breakage. Now protein. Protein is amazing for high porosity. The cuticles of high porosity is pretty open, so protein ingredients tend to fill in those gaps, which helps with moisture retention and preventing breakage. This is a list of protein that you can spot out in your ingredient list. When you're shopping for your products, 1 to 2 max protein ingredients is fine. Anything more than that and higher on the ingredient list might be a protein treatment and should be used occasionally, but we'll talk about that in our later classes. When it comes to your regular weekly products, even creams, moisturizer, styling creams, deep conditioner, 1 to 2 protein ingredient is fine. Trust me, we are not exempt from protein overload. Next is bond repair ingredients. Every hair type can benefit from bond repair ingredients, but especially high porosity. They do work differently from protein because they actually repair the internal structure of your hair cuticle. So this is amazing if you have any type of damage, heat damage, color treated hair, relaxed hair, and they can commonly be found in products like Olaplex, K18. These are amazing ingredients to look for. Now, ingredients to avoid. Lightweight oils. Lightweight oils like grapeseed, jojoba, they're amazing, but they're just gonna evaporate from your hair because they're so lightweight, they're not gonna retain any real moisture, and you'll notice that your hair will still be dry using products that are dominated by these lightweight oils. You also wanna avoid harsh sulfates and drying alcohols. These ingredients can be very drying and stripping of your natural hair oils and make your hair even drier. These tend to be found in shampoos and clarifiers, and these are drying alcohols that tend to cause brittleness and frizz. They're mostly used in gels or hairsprays because they help to make the hair dry quicker. So they're just very drying and stripping, and you just want to avoid them overall. Lastly, silicone. Silicone can create a film around the hair cuticle that can prevent moisture from penetrating in, especially if it's not removed properly. These are some silicones that you want to avoid. However, these can be useful in heat protectants and frizz control when it comes to high porosity hair. So yeah, if you're using a product that you like that has silicone in it, just make sure you're using a clarifier to fully remove it from your hair.
Now here's a key tip on how to read your ingredient list when you're shopping for your products, especially when it comes to moisture and hydration. So in the first 5 to 7 ingredients, you want water to be the first ingredient to ensure that this product is actually hydrating your hair. Then you want your humectants and your heavy oils and butters. And this would indicate that the product is rich, creamy, and moisturizing. If your heavy oils and butters are lower on the list or not present at all, this could indicate that the product is too lightweight or not rich enough for the high porosity hair. And for your protein, you want 1 to 2 ingredients max, lower on the list. And lastly, you just want to avoid any harsh sulfates and drying alcohols.
Alrighty, now for today's activity, you'll be answering 3 questions. Number 1, which one of these products might cause frizz? Is it A or B? Number 2, would you consider this product moisturizing for high porosity? You can pause to read. You can answer with yes or no. Would you consider this moisturizing for high porosity? Make sure to leave your answers in the comments. And that is all for today's class.